bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears.
Rosa set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start with the option. He finds an opening past the 40, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
Jackson on first down, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Buccaneers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway.
The pass.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run this with Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Pick up on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His pass caught at the 4. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards. And now he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bears 25.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 14, Bears nothing.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 14.
On play action, they'll throw.
1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
To number 87.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
We got this. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And shedding his way forward. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Brings up second and
looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
And that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Aldrich Rosas.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. To throw again, Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 80, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Sacked. An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Here's 2nd and 8. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll run here with Akers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the counter, this is Akers. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Jackson now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Going right back to Akers. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Akers, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears claw one back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
42, Bears 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check, 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 check.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Check, 53's light. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Kill.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The stop by Marcus Davenport.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
At the 11.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now it looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Malik Hooker on the coverage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. Malik Hooker on the coverage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week